Wonderful.
Energy. Bring the energy. Hey. We're back.
Let's go. Another week.
It's funny because you still sound like you're trying to keep it really low profile, but yeah.
Yeah, it's because we can't be loud.
I know we have a child.
It's mad late. Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
We're back. Welcome back
We're
to
here
Talks
again.
and Tings with Melissa and Sheldon, aka
and Melissa.
Yeah.
Mel Shel.
I'd like to say your hair is getting more comfortable. It looks like you're getting more comfortable with your hair.
This is my first time washing it and trying to figure out like what to do with it.
Oh, it looks good.
So I actually like the look. I think it's cool. It works. It was just so much product. That was the only annoying part. Oh, some part just drenched.
Naturally like
just
this?
drenched in products.
It's not how you curl.
It would just shrink really small.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, no, this is technically my curl pattern.
Yeah.
But I know the hairdresser said I had to train my curls, which means you have to coil it until the curl becomes.
Just like play with your hair?
Yes, but more professional.
I don't know. You said coil it like,
yeah, I guess like a real coil. I don't know.
Around here.
Yeah, I'm new to this, okay?
Okay.
I'm new. But yeah, no thanks. I like it too. The color really works here. Even though I still want to change it. But yeah, thank you.
That's good. You should make it brighter. Especially as you go into summer.
Oh, absolutely.
Brighten that up.
You think I should do a brown or a blonde again?
Blonde.
Really?
Blondes have more fun.
They say that, but I had fun my whole life.
Did you though?
My whole life.
Are you sure?
As a child?
Yeah.
Never colored my hair. The most fun. Yup.
Get out of here. Okay. Well, we are still talking. We're still talking about finance.
Yeah, this is the end of finance month.
Oh, we're coming to an end. I hope you guys learned something.
Yeah.
About financing and saving, being a parent, being in relationships. Mm-hmm. And what is today's topic?
So today is interesting because we're going to be talking about our spending.
Nice.
More concretely.
What?
Pull out your phone, log into your TD app. We're going to go over our expenses.
We're getting real.
This is all about transparency, guys. If we don't tell you some of the things that's going on with us, you guys have no idea what it's like in Canada.
So expensive, dude.
But no, for real, it's really like, I think, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
I have questions too. And we finally got audience questions.
Finally.
Guys, can you guys please just message us and be like, hey, can you answer this question? Yeah. Please send us any question.
I mean, we got to post it and let people know.
Yeah, I know. I'm not the best with posting this on my page, but I need to. I need to step that up because this is a big part of being a life guide too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
How are you feeling though?
Whoa, you got me.
What?
Normally I ask you first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations. I feel good.
Okay.
I feel great. You know, I went to OCR Pursuit the other day.
Yes, you did.
And
went to an event called Recess. So it's like
shout out to Recess.
Bunch of games, I guess.
Not really. It's like just it's an organized OCR Pursuits.
All right.
So it's like getting people to come out.
But what is OCR Pursuit? Please tell the people.
It's a center where it has a bunch of stuff you can do, such as climbing walls, jumping off things, jumping into a big ball pit.
It's a lot of fun.
Really pushes you. You push your strength, test your strength, see how strong you are as a person.
Yes.
How you can do it. It's really just a mental versus physical type of thing.
Oh, okay. And how was that?
It was amazing.
Tell me how you felt after.
I felt great.
Tell the people how you felt,
really
Sheldon.
Good. I was in a lot of pain.
Yes.
But that just tells me where I am.
Did you speak to Adam yet?
No. No.
Check it on your friends.
Yo, normally he hits me up like every day and be like, yo, what's going on?
I'm like, I'm never talking to you again.
Done. He went
Why
home. Why
did you invite me
and
here?
He never said anything.
Why did you invite me?
So I know he's in pain. Yeah, I know he's still feeling it.
Okay.
But no, it was really good. Shout out to the guys.
It really feels like
it was a nice little event that we could go to and just spend time playing volleyball, dodgeball, some panda thing.
Panda dodgeball?
Panda block steel thing. But no, it was really good.
Honestly, it sounds like it really was a great start to your week. Like it kind of set the tone for the rest of your week.
It did.
Yeah. I see that.
Put you in a lot of pain, but it's like it reminds you where you are. Because it's one thing to go exercise and work out and, just do little static exercises, but it's another thing to like be athletic. But I think it's a real difference.
That's
it's like,
true.
Can you play games? Can you run and jump and do all these things? Or are you just building a little bit of muscle at a time?
So, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. I feel tired today. I'm not gonna lie.
That's okay.
Sometimes it be's like that in the
week.
It
really is.
But otherwise, I feel like I'm okay. I just wish I had a assistant who can.
You mean like an assistant for work or like a life assistant?
I wish I had an organizational assistant.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Because I realize my time is wasted thinking.
Wow.
Yes.
You know what you could benefit from?
A coach.
AI.
Explain.
I'm sure they must have it by now. Some kind of like AI assistant.
That's true.
For your life.
Fair enough.
Like you tell it what your goals are.
I'm technically a coach, but it's not so much the goals. It's just like a stay on. Yeah, keep me organized.
Like, if you tell it what your calendar is, or it can read your calendar as you put things in, and then just stays on top of you. Like samely, like a friend would message you or something like that. It now messages you and hits you up. It's like, hey.
But it's not in that sense. It's actually in the sense of like, okay, these are the things I want to do. Help me plan this year.
Well, again, it could probably do that as well.
Yeah, probably.
You tell what your goals are.
That's what I feel like I could benefit from. Yeah. Like just thinking of certain things, that's definitely one of those pieces that can complete this puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, otherwise,
good.
Life's good. It's gravy, baby.
Okay.
Clean hair, don't care.
Okay.
But let's get into the episode.
Let's talk about our finances and getting real with our spending habits.
So well, I don't know if you want to answer this. What's the most expensive thing you purchased? We're talking about optional expenses. We're talking about optional expenses.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so realistically, we have like our vehicles, our insurance, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But optional expenses. We're talking about what are the things that were options that were the most expensive.
Oh, that we pay for?
Yes.
I have one. And this within the last 3 months. Because I have to have like a time limit. But within the last 3 months. And this is definitely an optional expense.
Okay, so last 3 months. All right. Let's do this.
But no, last 4 months. I got it for Christmas for myself.
Oh.
The that the headset?
Oh, Lord.
The virtual reality headset?
Yes.
Right? I was watching it forever. Like it kept popping up on my Amazon, kept showing me like different things.
They targeted you.
They definitely targeted me.
And because
I researched it, I looked it up, I saw other compared the different models of it, and all that kind of stuff. Tell me why it doesn't pop up anymore. Like ever since I bought it, I've never really seen it again.
Why would they?
On Amazon.
Why would they need to?
We got you. Now we got to get you on something else.
Yes.
But now it definitely got me. And I'm like, I thought this was going to be a thing. I thought everyone was going to get one. Not everyone, but the way it was presented to me, I thought it was really like something people would buy into. But
yeah, you're really hype about it when you first saw it.
It still works. And I like the fact that I have a Samsung now. I can actually...
Sorry, that's true. Honestly, Sheldon brought this. Like, look how cool this is. It's going to be crazy.
It was cool.
And it was cool to look at. But then his phone, he had an iPhone at the time. It just didn't work.
Yeah, it wouldn't connect properly.
But it worked on my phone. But still, I'm not really one to really look for those sort of things.
Yeah.
I don't need that immersive experience like that. But yeah.
So that would have to be one of the biggest, because that was like $700 for glasses. It's like buying a monitor for $700.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So that was one of my more expensive
kind of crazy
gifts to myself. Optional purchases.
Definitely.
Honestly, if I had to do it again, you know what I've gotten? The the Meta Quest thing. You know the one where it has the controllers, you can play like virtual reality games. You can actually do VR stuff.
Okay.
I think I would have bought that instead because it was about the same price.
Really?
Yeah, but you live and you learn. You live and you learn. Plus, I think I would have been the same thing. Would have got bored of it.
You would have?
Well, it would be like something you play on the TV for a while, like the Wii or something like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then if you're not going to use it all the time, or if you're not really a gamer like that, you're not going to use it all the time.
True.
So at least with this monitor thing, I know if we go away or if I want to bring it on a plane or if I'm traveling myself, I can actually bring it and do something with it.
I guess.
Whatever.
Well, that wasn't your purchase.
Yeah,
so
well, I'm gonna figure out ways to use it.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna figure out ways to use it.
Yeah, you need to, because I mean, at this point, no, I was gonna say sell it, but
no, it's my gift to myself.
Yeah. So and that's something I don't think I'd want to take away from you. But anyways, I can't think of a major purchase because I'm like, what?
Oh, optional purchases?
For me, I guess.
Tell you. Beyonce.
That was in the last 3 months.
Well, whatever.
Okay, but I agree. That was my most expensive optional purchase.
Yeah.
My tickets to Beyonce.
Whew. I mean,
and to be honest, like I've seen her many times, but like Renaissance was like Beyonce. But again, that $500, that's $1,000.
Yeah. $1,000.
That's
a quarter of $2,000.
Anyway, I did see Beyonce, and honestly,
was it worth it?
It's wild because I'm Beehive, but that wasn't my favorite concert of hers, and it just.
Is that the most expensive ticket you saw?
But it was the most expensive ticket I've ever bought for Beyonce. For any concert, honestly.
Yeah, she got you.
I don't usually spend more than $300 for a concert.
Yeah.
Like realistically, I think that will get me a good enough seat. I know it's Beyonce, but I should have. There's expenses, obviously, when you look back that you're just like, man, we didn't have to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
But whatever. $500, that's still $200 less than you.
hey, I still have my thing, okay? That was a one-time experience for you.
And half of it I can't remember.
Exactly.
Anyways, the next question I had for you was, what's the best unexpected purchase you've made?
Best unexpected purchase I've made.
So I guess we're looking at over the year. Since we're talking about Beyonce. I'm trying to think, because an unexpected purchase?
Yeah.
Like something that was just kind of like, wow, whoa, this really worked out?
Yeah. It's hard. What if I purchased unexpectedly?
Like kind of like not really thinking too much about it. And then it turned into like, oh,
something that's really
this
good.
Is really like useful or... You gotta look around.
I know.
Because I'm like, what have I?
I'm going to say this.
This is it. The plug. So, guys, we are actually sponsored by a company. No, we're not sponsored by anybody. But Sheldon created this game called Poor Decisions. It's a game. It's a drinking game. And what's amazing about it is he got it printed. So it looks beautiful. The color's impeccable. And you can use this to play with a group of friends, even if they're not drinking alcohol.
Absolutely.
They can drink a large glass of water and make sure that they do not go and pee.
Okay. No. They have to.
But no, honestly, it's a really cool drinking game. We played it quite a few times.
Poor Decisions.
But it will be available for people to order in the next month.
By next month. Yes, by May.
This gives us a timeline.
Yeah, well, I thought it was going to be May because, birthday and all them things.
Oh, true. It still can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it still can be.
Yeah, so look out for that soon. Poor Decisions coming too.
Yeah, I like
that. But
no,
honestly, ordering, like putting it together, like paying the money to put it together and order and everything, it really worked out. When I actually received it and I saw it in person, I was like, this is pretty cool.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So that was unexpected in terms of like how the quality would be, how the box would look, how the design would look on there. So
that's true. I would agree. It really does stand out. It really is just like it's a really good design, and it looks beautiful to see it in card form. I'm not a designer,
and it looks really good for me. So
no, it's true.
You think of one?
Just looking around here in this room.
You can say that.
What? The green thing?
Your plants.
I bought that a long time ago.
Oh, true.
It worked. And that's been waiting for use. But it really does work. You can see the plants back there. But it really is amazing. I've had fresh basil.
We've cut them already,
I've used it. I think I use the cilantro as well. So I guess I would say that is one of my better purchases. One of the best unexpected purchases.
Because you had the other one and that didn't work at all.
No, but you know what? The plug was wrong. And then I think it short-circuited because I bought I don't know. I think I had like a European plug or something. I don't know. It's really messed up. Okay. And to be honest, the other random, but one of my best purchases, it's been some of the makeup that I've bought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like just...
I don't know what you were getting. Such a buildup. It's like...
the
makeup.
Actually, that and so my lipstick that I bought, just because I didn't expect the color, but then I ended up really liking the color.
Okay.
And also, I would say the pink jacket from
when we got from the States.
From Target.
Yeah,
I love that.
That was very well priced.
Very well priced, and beautiful. It works for the not too cold weather because I have a super heavy winter jacket, but the in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need that, and it's stylish. So I could also dress it up with a sweater, or like, what do you mean? Like, I can make it more trendy.
Yeah.
With the sweater. But anyways,
true.
Just a question for helpfulness. How do you manage subscriptions? I can't speak today.
Netflix,
like managing yourself,
Prime,
avoiding overspending.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I like to do trials.
Mm-hmm.
Do the little 30-day trial. But what I do is after I sign up for it, I will cancel it.
I agree with you. No, as soon as I check it out and see that it's not worth my time, cancel.
Yeah, just like before you even get a chance to forget.
Because I used to forget.
Because you definitely, and all of a sudden you'll see things run up. And I also like to go back into. Real. I've done it recently. I go into like my PayPal because I connect a lot of things to PayPal.
Oh, okay.
I'll go in there and see what is coming out on a regular basis, and if it's something that I know is coming, some things are yearly. Right, and I'll use it for the 1 year, and I'll forget, and then all of a sudden there's like $200 charge on my thing.
Isn't it crazy? No, legit. I think it was it Squarespace, and it said $97, and I'm like,
out of nowhere,
so much
out of nowhere.
And that's the thing. I'm like, I really needed that.
There's no even like heads up, like, hey, there's no, just boom, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the money.
See you next year.
No, honestly,
I've gotten caught a few times on that. So now I make sure, at least on a regular basis, go through, see what's coming out, cancel them, take them off.
Yes, I do that with my bank account. So I'll go through my bank account, just kind of look at, okay, where's my money going?
Yeah.
And then I'll see the subscriptions, like, okay. And if I see something from Google that doesn't make sense, I'm like, come on, like, what could this be? Only honestly, to find out you didn't know you were still subscribed.
It adds up, man. It adds
a lot.
I don't even think about how much it adds up.
I think because we're so used to subscribing and it being a smaller fee.
Yeah, it's a bunch of small fees.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel as immediate of an issue or as big of an issue.
That's how they get you.
But anyways, we're going to move ourselves into I was going to ask this question, but we'll see if we have time.
Okay.
So in our Out of This World talk, here's the statement. Millennials are delaying major life milestones like buying homes and getting married due to financial constraints. Do you think this is a wise decision or a missed opportunity?
Like they have a choice?
Yeah, that's... Well, if you don't have a choice,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna buy a house? You don't have money to save to.
And you know what I always find interesting when I hear this conversation come up, where you see it online, you have these people who are really like, "You're not saving properly. You're not spending your money properly," like that sort of thing. Oh, you should have been doing this, but it's like, where did you learn that?
No, they're just spewing things. Because I've seen I've seen it recently on TikTok. You know, when like back 1970 or whatever. Mm-hmm. Your household wage or income versus the cost of a house.
Yes.
Like, say, for example, your household income was like $3,000. The cost of a house is maybe $5,000 or whatever it was, right? Where in 2 years, 3 years, you could actually pay for your house. So you had enough money to pay for your house, pay for your car, pay for your everything.
The cost of living was
lower. The cost of living was way lower. Mm-hmm. And now if you look comparatively to the cost of your average living towards the cost of an average house, it's astronomical.
You know what I was thinking? And this is me speaking from the place of not being an economist or any level of financial guru. But I was just thinking, the thing about, I guess, economies of scale.
Nice using terms.
Yes. Which is about having more people are buying and you're going to buy bigger amounts. So the price should come down. What doesn't make sense to me is we've gotten to a point where food is mass produced in such a way that it should be at its cheapest. And yes, it's imported, but it just doesn't make sense to me that the gas price would be so significant that everything just becomes super, super expensive.
Yeah.
It does make sense for it to fluctuate and the price to go up but not so expensive to the point where it's just like, this is really like apples, $7. Like to me, I don't know. And I understand that the price of food should be maybe even more expensive. Like some people will say it should be more expensive based on the labor and all the work. But I don't know. Something to me just doesn't add up. And I need someone to explain it to me more in depth because it still doesn't make sense. And even when gas prices drop, the prices are still insane.
Well, I think that all comes down to shareholders.
Yeah, and greed. I forgot.
Making sure that our shareholders are profitable for all their investments that they've made into the company. That's the real, number one factor for these companies.
Yeah.
Is to make sure year after year we're showing record profits. Right?
That's true.
So all that other stuff doesn't really matter. They're going to charge what they need to charge in order to make the bang buck. And then they're going to celebrate after yes,
we had a great quarter.
We had a great quarter because that's what's going to get more investors to invest into these companies. That's what really matters. So
you're telling me I should be investing in food companies?
You should have been investing in food.
Man, I missed some opportunities. But
if you look at what happened, you should have.
That's true.
That should have been an area.
But back to the question. Are millennials missing an opportunity? I know you said they don't have a choice.
I don't think they're missing out. They are individually missing opportunity, but it's one of those things where you have to switch how you're going to do things. Instead of us trying to do the same formula where we all save our deposit and all kind of things.
I agree with that.
You do have to get into more group economics, right? Millennials have to work together. You need 4 of you. Instead of 1, you need 4 of you coming together. Okay, guys, we're going to save this amount. We're going to get this house.
True.
And then you're going to move like that and be able to scale up that way.
That's true.
I think that's the only thing that really needs to change. Times have changed. Our incomes have changed. Our cost of living changed. We need to change as well.
That's true.
Change our mindset and our methods and how we actually, do things. I think that's a real thing that we have to do. So.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I concur.
Thank you. Made it up myself.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely true. It's now about the methods of accessing these things that change versus just we're missing opportunities.
Yeah. If you do the same, if you try and follow the same plan.
The data shows that we don't have access to the opportunities. So as individuals, we don't have access to the opportunities. And the data shows that through jobs, through the quality of work and the pay and the cost of living and just the price of homes and even access to loans.
Yeah. Everything's very scrutinized. So
yes,
they're not going to make it easy
so there's a lot of things. But again, everyone, and this isn't, I think what's messed up is people try to make it seem like it's an issue of not working hard. But with access to all the things we really have, we should not be working as hard.
Oh, no.
We shouldn't be working as hard. That's not to say we shouldn't still have good work ethic and still have, just a general standard of work. But I think we have to think about times as really changing. Because on one hand, you have people who are arguing this whole millennials are lazy and, everyone should be able to afford this. But it's but your measurement is still based on past metrics. So it's you're believing that these new people should be used to an old system just because they exist in a system that doesn't change as fast as the people themselves.
Yeah, while everything else has changed.
Yeah, and it's just a weird dynamic. So, but we'll see. We'll see where things go because it needs to go somewhere, doesn't it, Sheldon?
It's going to go somewhere.
Okay, so how? I don't know if I want to ask you this question or the next question. I'm actually going to ask the first one. Okay, so since weddings cost around $30K, is this still a reasonable plus $30K? Is this still a reasonable expense or an extravagant waste of money?
Now that's very subjective.
It is?
Because it's a personal thing and it's like your birthday and how you want to celebrate your birthday. Right? Or
fancy.
This most important event. It depends. Actually, it also depends on how important this event is to you.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Some people, they've always dreamed of this. and they want to make it as perfect as they possibly can and have all the memories and all the extras and be able to do everything that they ever wanted to do.
And I also don't think it's good enough to use the excuse, well, so many marriages end in divorce, because that's not really what you get married thinking.
Yeah, that's not even a factor really when you're starting. It's like, oh no, we're gonna get divorced.
Yeah.
No, you start on a good foot and you really want things to work and you want this to be magical and amazing and yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say because I'm sure in all these situations you'll have a like a very analytical person in the relationship who's like, this doesn't make sense. And I think even after the fact, people are like, this didn't make sense. We spent all this money to feel.
Yeah, I'm that person who says this didn't make sense. Right. There's so many things I would have taken out. Hindsight is 2020, and I feel like I can't say I was misguided. I think my expectations were mismatched. Yeah. I don't think we could have known until after.
Never do, man.
Like, I know for sure one expense I wouldn't have changed was the cake.
I don't even remember the cake.
It was so good. But anyways, but I say that because, like, one, it was something I really, really wanted. The cake, the DJ, those are things I wouldn't have changed at all. Like, no questions asked.
So what would you have changed?
Would I have changed maybe the choice in songs? Maybe.
It didn't cost money.
No, it didn't.
What would you change that cost money?
Money-wise, I would have not done it at a hall. The banquet would have been out the window from the beginning, which we should have stuck to. I know that for sure. And our total was around what, 20
something.
22? I think it was around 22. It was low.
Yeah.
Well, low compared to like people. 22,000.
Yeah.
And which for some people they'll be like, oh, that's expensive. But
some people that's so realistic.
It was realistic for us. Who knew? And our wedding held 120, 30 people.
Something like that.
Yeah. So anyways, I would have preferred to do a cocktail hour. So I would have done cocktail hour, so less catering, less smaller venue, more of a dance style party. Still would have cut the cake. The wedding at the church was fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think those are my main things that I would have really, really changed. Other than that, realistically, we didn't need to hire a cameraman, and shame.
Shame.
No. We even could have had, and we still have the one on the, we still need to go through the GoPro footage, the Osmo. Do you know where it is?
I know where the Osmo is. Okay. I'm sure the videos are. We must have
probably still that. We didn't replace it.
I don't think we use it.
No, so that's the thing. I would have never. So
you know what I've done?
My advice, guys: save your money on a photographer.
I would have.
Save your money on a venue. You still would have done a destination. I would have stuck to the
destination because realistically, I would have enjoyed being somewhere nice, warm, for a week. You know, just like.
I wouldn't have changed the hotel either.
No, like just doing those things, doing activities, jet skiing. You'd have the people who really wanted to be there. They would be there. No, I think that would have been a cool experience.
I think I agree with you there. Like, I would have done a destination. That would have been
about
more.
That's about the same amount of money, realistically.
You think so? Well,
maybe a little bit more, but
I think it would have been a little bit less because there's certain expenses that would have been optional.
That's true.
The one thing I think would have been different is we probably wouldn't have liked the music as much. We wouldn't have cared for the music.
Yeah, probably not.
Food we know will probably be good depending on where we go, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I also wouldn't have spent money on my nails. It wasn't that crazy, but I wouldn't have paid for them to get done. I would have just got press-ons.
I think now that you know.
100%. Press-ons. What else could I have done optionally? Makeup. I'm not going to lie. I think I would have done it myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would have done it myself. I know girls want to get pampered, but I feel like I would have been confident in my own skill. Like I would have done research, how to make this makeup stick, how to do.
True. That's true.
If I knew I was doing it myself, I would just do it myself. Done the best just to save the money. Yeah. And the girls, if they wanted to do it themselves, they could.
Would you have done that?
I would.
It's a lot of work for the bride to do it.
No, that'd be kind of wild. So,
yeah.
I also had to do Phoenix's hair. So yeah, I don't think I could have done anyone's makeup. But yeah, things just you spend because you're in the habit of spending. And I think that's how honestly, budgets
it's not even
move.
just a habit, but it's like there's an idea that you're spending on this. That's why when it comes to weddings or whatever, people up their prices because they're like, people spend.
Yeah, they know that.
Will spend. So it's not even something they're trying to spend a little. So you charge high.
Yeah.
You give them a little break here and there, but you're overcharging what you're charging.
Yeah. Right? So I definitely
think between like weddings and like funerals, they're charging people.
It's just wild. I think if it was less important, they couldn't charge as much. So we should just instead of saying you're getting married, instead of saying you're getting married, just be like, we're hosting a party.
Hey, can we have a party at this
at your event? Venue? Yeah,
that
for real.
That is true. I'm sure the prices will be different.
What can they do?
Yeah, we want to have a little party. Bring maybe some tables, a stage or something. We're gonna bring our own DJ.
Just a stage. Forget a head table. You don't need that.
Nah, you don't need that stuff.
And not to mention, just have a few people put a little table in one corner.
I'm not gonna lie, I think.
Or just make it a birthday. Say, hey, we're having a birthday party, so just make a little.
I think if you
table
change,
for the
what the event is, their whole mindset will change. It'll be like, oh, it's just a regular party.
Test this out and tell us. Because at this point,
tell you it'll work. That to me would work.
Absolutely.
Tell the photographer, hey, can you just take some pictures of us on this day? How much do you charge per hour for just regular thing? Like,
no, really.
Yeah, we're having this little event.
Just something small.
Yeah.
Well, not small, but just a casual.
Just a couple pictures. Maybe we'll do like outdoor pictures, indoor pictures. Just pictures of the day type of thing.
Yeah.
POV type of stuff.
I have to look into this.
And then I'll be like, "Oh, can you send us all the pictures?" And then we'll edit it ourselves.
I wouldn't.
We'll edit ourselves.
Anyways.
Just need the raws.
Let's move on. All right, so we're moving into the out of this world talk.
Hit me.
So wait, did I just ask this question?
You did.
I did. I did. Wait. I think
you skipped over.
Did I mess up a part? Oh.
Talking about insights.
Yeah, no, random thoughts / questions.
No, you have no random thoughts.
No, but I mean, we're getting through the questions that I wanted to ask anyway. So
perfect.
Yada 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 yada.
I have a random question.
Sure.
How little do you need to spend? Like, could you go without subscriptions? Go like bare minimum. Is that something you do possibly, or is that something that's like you need the minimum comforts to enjoy life? Especially now we're going into summer. You can go outside. You can do all the things.
But that's dependent on seasons and your location.
Right now.
I feel like, okay, where we live, realistically, and also me thinking about like what I'm using on a regular basis, I think you could survive with maybe, I was going to say 2 subscriptions.
2?
2. Yeah.
Which ones?
Prime and Amazon.
Realistically?
Actually, no. Pause.
Realistically, we shouldn't. I'm not going to say anything really about it.
And
realistically,
streaming services.
We shouldn't need any.
A Fire Stick.
Don't talk about it. We shouldn't need any subscriptions.
You shouldn't, technically.
Realistically, we shouldn't have any subscriptions.
But what about Crunchyroll?
Even that.
Okay.
Figure out other things. Because back in the day,
I kind of agree with
back
you.
in the day, when we needed to watch, back in our college days,
we were stealing everything.
And we didn't have subscriptions.
Do you know we are all listen, I don't know if there's a single millennial who has not committed. Would it be fraud?
Why are you talking like I didn't steal anything?
Let's be realistic. Millennials were stealing bad. Okay?
You know what the best thing was?
They're stealing everything from shows, from TV. Oh, getting a notice from Rogers?
No. Well, that was crazy. No, but do you know peer-to-peer sharing?
Well, like Napster?
Yeah, but like on college campuses or on university campuses. So they had one, it was like something DLL or something. I can't remember what it's called. But they had one that was specific to where you were. So say you were in a university, only within that university, as long as you're on that network, you have access to this server, and you could like download and share things between users.
Interesting.
So if I had something on my computer or in this folder, I can either upload or people have access to it. I thought that was the most beautiful thing
ever. That's amazing. Because then it's like,
bro, this is the time where internet was
less hacking.
Internet was slow.
Oh, really?
So
You're downloading for the night?
Oh my gosh, you could.
Do you remember that?
But you'd see speeds of like 1 gig. It was like the fastest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, it takes 2 seconds to download a song.
Wow.
It takes 5 seconds to download a movie.
What would Napster, not Napster specifically, but what would that setup be like now?
They couldn't do it now. They got us, man. They made that thing look so illegal.
What?
Like Napster and all this stuff.
They made it look... Yeah. No, I know. But I'm saying, like, how would it have changed now? Like, say the piracy situation was still the same as back then.
Or someone, like, reinvented it or tried it or whatever.
Yeah, like... Because we're thinking, realistically, it'd be fast speeds. It would be...
The only thing is, we're so used to convenience.
But Spotify, that's my point.
Saying we're so used to convenience.
Spotify would be like, nope, you can't play that music.
Not even that. I don't need to download anything on Spotify.
This is true. We own nothing.
Right?
I know I've heard that argument before. We own very little.
We used to pay for an album.
Yeah.
And download. And even if the album got deleted, we'd still have it on our computers.
You know what's so interesting about this? So this is the difference between audience and traffic. So in a sense, like with Spotify, there's a lot of traffic to different artists.
Yeah.
So, there's the potential to be exposed to so many more. There's more eyes on different music.
Yeah.
However, actual engaged users or actual engaged people,
it's not the same.
Very different. And this was in reference to the media and like news platforms and stuff like that. But yeah, this is a real serious transition for people as well as for companies on the other end trying to sell us something. Because you need to build an audience in order for yourself to do well and in order for you to make real money. Traffic is cool, but you're also trying to create that loyalty. And so you have to obviously give something really quality. This is another thing. You should be giving something of higher quality or exclusivity in order for you to
I think this goes back to how people are getting paid. It's if you gain an audience, right? Even though you're not, say your song streams 1 million times, whatever, you gain an audience, you get a popularity. People don't really look to sell to people. They look to like, how can I become, like we were saying last time, how can I become an ad now?
Yeah.
How can I promote this product for somebody else? Because that's what's getting people paid. It's just being that.
How do I just become the ad?
Yeah.
Because affiliates, you get something.
But it's still loss of control, man.
It's definitely a loss of control. But at the same time, this is a shift in technology. And what we have to do is be in a position to recognize what's happening so we can figure out a way or a solution to kind of, okay, yes, you can take all the revenue or yes, you have full control. But how do we maintain a balance of control?
It's also to figure out what people want.
True.
Like, what do people want? Like, what are you going to sell them? What are you going to offer them? People right now, they just want convenience.
Well, convenience has really...
Right? That's
we've given up so much rights just to convenience.
Just to be convenient. Man.
No, but... So another thing I heard on this podcast today, which is that... So the podcast was about climate change. And it was about why can't our brain wrap itself around the fact that this is a real issue?
Yeah.
Like, this is something to be taken seriously. And it goes back to the fact that if we don't see an immediate problem, like it's not an immediate outcome, then automatically your brain's kind of like, okay, I'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
But then the other thing is, if it's something with the intention that's bad, so climate change, for example, there's no bad intention there. So we don't take it as anything serious. But if there was like a bad intention by a person to hurt you, we're going to take that serious versus a mistake.
Right.
And then the last one was well, I didn't finish the whole thing, but another one was moral standpoint and stuff like that. But just when you really look at how we operate, nothing is
laissez-faire.
Yeah, nothing's serious enough.
Not really.
And we're okay with that.
And it's not even serious long enough. Like, it might be serious for a quick moment.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that moment passes, you're like, all right, what else? What's going on?
Then what?
Yeah, we're on to the next thing.
No, for real.
Next problem.
For real.
What's the next issue?
So they also made this analogy. It's a frog in boiling water, or this water is getting incrementally hotter and hotter and hotter. And so it's like for some people you can adapt, but it gets so hot to the point where you just can't survive in that.
Yeah.
But like, you didn't do anything about it, knowing you should have.
Like, oh.
Exactly. And so I feel like we're very much okay with that.
Like winters are not as bad. So we're like, oh, winters are not as bad. Summer's it's kind of a little warm in summertime. But I like the heat. So it's not that bad, especially where we come from. Right? I like the heat. But
really.
It's getting hotter. And winter is not getting, like, you're not getting snow like you used to. Things are really changing.
Things are changing.
We're like, I didn't have to shovel.
I didn't have to shovel. It's all good. This is why every time winter comes and people are like, oh, it's great outside. I'm like, yeah. And I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer. It's just, I recognize this is actually a real problem.
But you know what? I think things change. As much as we say we have an impact and all that kind of stuff, I think things change, and things are going to continuously change as long as the Earth continues to spin. So, and what we recognize is this big change in the world, right? Well, from our point of view, I don't know, man. I feel like there's been like the Earth has already gone through its eras of like extreme heat, extreme cold, erase everything, start again, continuously. And this is just, humans only been here for so long.
A short time.
A very short amount of time. So we could just be an anthill currently that's here populating the Earth. And eventually the Earth is like, all right, well, we've had enough of you. On to the next thing and move on with things. That's all I'm saying, man.
I will say, and I think I've said this to you before, the reality is science is there to document things, date things, and recognize the changes. And rocks do a great job of telling us the history of Earth for billions of years, like for a very, very long time. So us saying like, this is a short time of space and we don't know enough. Well, they've been able to date it because rocks give us information.
Yeah.
And I will say that's, to me, it's almost magical that we're even able to access history through rocks. Okay. Like that we've been able to evolve to be able to understand rocks.
Yeah, but what is
and
it?
And you know I love rocks.
Okay, I know. But, that's what you're getting so hard on.
But at the same time.
What is it telling us?
It's telling us the geological changes and the weather changes, the patterns, the temperature, all of these things.
But what is that telling us?
So it's telling us that this cycle of heating up and cooling down, what's changed is it's happening significantly faster than it's ever happened.
Okay.
No, and the problem with that is that it know all of this. The problem with that is it sets off the balance. So there's no balance in this.
Yeah.
So it's not so much that, okay, yeah, it's a cycle and we move on. It is a cycle and we move on. But the speed at which it's happening is leading to essentially the catastrophe. It's leading up to a catastrophe that humans may not be able to live through.
Right. Which
and
is
I
tragic.
know you're okay with like,
I'm just saying it's tragic, but at the same time, like, if, for example, we are on a rock flying through space. There's all kinds of other rocks and asteroids.
This is not three-body problem.
I'm just saying, right? We don't know, or maybe they do know because they're studying everything that's coming at us. But what if an asteroid was coming towards us? Right? Just like it does towards other planets, other rocks, other moons, all that kind of stuff. It we're just a rock in space, right? Okay. And something could fly and just hit this rock and boom, it's gone. Stars go supernova throughout. We can see stars going supernova.
Yeah, but it's not an instant process.
I know it's not instant, but I'm saying these things eventually, no matter what, I don't know what's happening over there. I don't know what's happening on other planets, but things do happen where it's gone.
So can I ask you this?
Yeah.
If you know your car is breaking down, would you want it to break down faster so that you don't have the car? Or would you want it to run as long as it could?
Depends. Is the car Earth? Is the car my entire world?
Yeah. If you don't have the car, you don't have anything.
See, that's not real. Because I do have other things. There's other modes of transportation. Anyways, I think we're really getting off. We're going into our own little conversation here and recognize that this is going to take a lot longer than...
Why don't people believe climate change is taking place?
I do. I'm just like, I don't know.
I think you have to... I think you're disconnected from it because you feel like, well, especially because you read through Body Problem, there's a certain level of detachment from this experience of living and the cycles
it's not a detachment. It's like
it's an acceptance.
I'm not going to worry about a million years from now. I'm not worrying about 1,000 years from now.
But would you worry about 50?
50 years from now?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not for your kids.
Not for my kids.
Not for your grandkids.
Bro.
So you meet your grandkids and you're just like...
times are different
kids.
Back in the day.
You got terrible weather. I don't know what to tell you about those hurricanes.
I'm going to tell you, they warned us. They told us that climate was changing.
This is not the grandpa you're looking for. This is not the grandpa you
We didn't listen.
Anyways, we're going to move on because I don't know what to do with this.
Anyways, I think, is that it?
We just have a few questions from the audience. Okay, so how to deal with a very attached girlfriend?
Very attached girlfriend? Mm-hmm. What do you mean by attached? Like up under you?
This is the question, sir. I don't know.
As simple as that. All right, how would I deal with a very attached girlfriend? If it's overbearing, I'm gonna go based on like it's very annoying and I want to say clingy. Can't deal with it.
Okay.
Can't deal with it. There's a certain amount of independence I feel like you still have to have in a relationship. As much as you love each other and you want to be around each other, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely am a person who's like, I need my time to be creative. I need my time to like, you know, work my own stuff. Even just to ride my motorcycle or fix a car or something like that. So it's like a point where I need to just do my own thing.
True.
So clingy, I wouldn't necessarily deal with. How would you deal with a clingy boyfriend? I mean, was it attached?
Yeah, attached partner.
Yeah.
I would try to explain to them that they need to give me space.
And what if they couldn't deal with
that? But
that?
it's not that I don't want to be with you. It's just, it's important for us to form healthy relationships with ourselves so that we don't get attached and get to a place where we're unable to give our energy to things beyond this person in front of us.
What were we talking about one time? There was like
attachment. Prophecy.
Yeah. What was it? Attachment versus connection.
Yeah, because, and I think that's an important conversation to have with somebody, which is like, we connect.
Yeah.
Like we have a deep connection.
Yeah.
But we don't have to be attached to each other because my energy does not need to flow only into you and yours doesn't need to flow only into me. Our energies are already intertwined to some degree without forcing it to be just on this person.
Right.
And by saying you're honoring the connection versus the attachment layer, you're really just saying that I'm here to exist as a being in this world and be free flowing, not free flowing like, let me get another relationship, free flowing so that I can enjoy my platonic relationships with other people. But if I'm constantly attached to just this one person, then I can't truly enjoy the relationships around me. And I think that's important. And I know I've gone through ups and downs with that when with you at different points. I was just like, I definitely feel like I'm in the attachment zone. Hanging out with the girls the other day, that made me realize I wasn't anymore in the attachment zone.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. That's because I was so like just enjoying the like whole thing. Where you are. Really present. And it reaffirmed that, which is good.
You know what? Yeah, same thing with me. Going out the other day.
I think that's the life-giving part of going on experiences with your friends.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed our relationship, but now we have more energy for it. and we're talking about our experiences and sharing.
Exactly.
So it's interesting how you get attached. So you think that it will enhance the relationship from putting all your focus in one place, when it actually takes away from the fulfillment that also comes with that relationship and what you can do together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do they say? Separation is...
it's important to miss. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah. I don't think it's for me, that statement, you should miss the person. I don't think that matters so much.
Not missing
for me,
them,
it's more about just
being able to
enjoy,
separate,
yeah,
live, and then come back where you can grow. You come back with like other perspectives, other ideas, all that kind of new, like renewed energy and all that kind of stuff.
It's true. Can
fuse that back into each other.
Big facts. The next two questions are financially related, so it's very much in line with this month.
Wonderful.
So how to deal with a partner who makes bad financial decisions, and I'll piggyback that with shared accounts or keep finances separate.
Definitely shared, even though we are not sharing anything yet. But
I know.
However,
I think
take your time.
No, you go.
I was saying I'm all for shared accounts. Just especially now that we're married and everything, just to make our household bills combined and easier and coming from one place instead of like this and that and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's also easier for management.
Yeah.
Just overall management. But also you have to figure out what works for your relationship. I feel like for some relationships, depending on where the person's coming from, it might just be worth it to have a shared account and also have your individual accounts. So like, I think that's how we're planning to operate, which is your individual accounts and your shared accounts. It doesn't mean you're harboring money in your individual accounts.
It's millions.
Right? But it's really like just some money that you've saved on the side. And it's not like, oh my gosh, what's he doing with this money? It's, that's for you. That's like your own phone. It's no different. I'm not always in your phone, but I can use it.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay to share the account. But if the person is bad with their finances,
you just have to sit down and have a conversation.
Then
fix up, bro. What are you doing? Every week?
Someone has to take the lead. The person who's more responsible has to take the lead, and the other person has to be willing to step back.
You want your relationship to go.
Well, if you want it to work out, you better step back.
If you have any like financial decisions that you want to make together and goals that you have to make together, then you are going to have to sit down and be like, yo, are we really trying to do this or are we not?
You know what? That's the real talk, because we know the stats on divorces and finances, but aside from the stats on that, it will become an issue when you're trying to make some real decisions.
Yeah.
And so you do have to genuinely have these conversations that are hard and let that person know, like, yo, you don't know how to manage your finances. And we need some extra support if you don't feel like I'm the person who can do that for you.
Yeah.
You need to get a financial advisor, and we need to sit with them. Or otherwise, you really don't care about this relationship. It might mean that you do have to break up with that person in some instances if they're not going to ever take it serious. And don't let them try to drag you back in the relationship by saying, no, I'll fix it. And you still don't see nothing. But yeah.
It sucks.
It is. But that's our questions. Don't forget to email us at melandshell@gmail.com.
Glad we finally
if you have any more questions.
We really appreciate that.
Me too. And I know this episode went on a little bit longer than we anticipated.
Longer than I wanted
However, I'm so excited that you guys could spend this evening with us.
Yeah, you really got into our conversation, our lives.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy what we be talking about.
Yeah, if you don't, too bad. See ya.
Send this to your friends, share, and thank you for tuning in to Talks and Tings with Mel and Shel.
Peace.